Bhutale, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Swamin iti namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve, Gauravani Pracharane, Nirvishesha Sunyavadi, Paschatya Deshatarane. My name is Nirantara Das. Some of you know me, some of you may not know me. So I am a disciple, initiated disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I received my Harinam Diksha initiation in April of 1974, and I received my Brahminical or second initiation in Vrindavan directly from His Divine Grace just September 5th, 1975. So it's like an anniversary for me. And some of you may or may not know, but my father just passed away on Radhashtami. It seems Krishna answered a prayer of mine. I knew that he was not going to live much longer. I didn't think he would make it for the year. So for the past few months, I have been praying to Krishna to please deliver my father. And when he passed away at 12:05 on Radhashtami day, I took it that Krishna had answered my prayers. I said last night at a program that my prayer is that he has taken his birth in a nice Indian Vaishnava family so that he can attend one of my Namahat programs in the future. Of course, I will never know who he is, but that's my prayer. Yesterday was a very auspicious, this week has been a very auspicious week. We had Radhashtami on Tuesday, and then we had Ekadashi, and yesterday was Vāmana-deva. So I spoke last night about Lord Vāman, but I would like to speak more on the Vimana Avatar. According to Jayadev Goswami, you may know of that name, Jayadev Goswami, because of his famous book, Gita Govinda. And as the introduction to that book, he has composed the famous Dashavatar Stotram, the 10 prayers, which describe different avatars of Keshava. Can everybody say that name? Keshava indicates Vasudev or Krishna. Vrindaye Tulsi Devyai Priyaye Kesavasya Cha Vishnu Bhakti Pradedevi Satyavatya Namo Namaha. Whenever there is the presence of Tulsi Devi, that is most auspicious. And it reminds me of something I did want to mention. In the prayers that we sing for Tulsi, there is one statement: please give me the privilege of devotional service. I must never think that serving God, serving the devotees, rendering bhakti, I can never think that that is my right. But I must always consider it a privilege. When something is a privilege, then that puts the mind in a different headspace. And it is the teaching of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the mantra that I always chant before I speak. Trinadapi sunichena tarad iva sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari that I must always, always, always remember to keep myself meek and humble, that I have to be more tolerant than a tree. I must give all respect to others. Why? Because Krishna is in everyone's heart. I follow the teaching of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva told his wife Sati, she was asking him different things, and Lord Shiva said, I don't offer respects to the person who identifies with a particular body. Rather, I am offering respect to Krishna inside the heart of that body. So therefore, as Lord Chaitanya teaches, we should offer respect to everyone, because everyone is the resting place of Krishna. When I am invited, like in the next couple of weeks, I will be going to 3 different schools, 3 high schools and a college. And they will ask me about what is Krishna consciousness. So one of the things I mentioned, because they see the tilak, and naturally they say, what is that egg on your face? What is that? Because to Westerners it looks like egg or paint. And I tell them, no, no, no. This is sacred clay for the banks of Holy River in India. And this marking is on 12, 13 parts of the body. And this marking indicates temple. What is a temple? Where God is. Why is my body a temple? I just said, who's in your heart? Is he God? Therefore the body is a temple. Then I tell them, in the middle, Lord Vishnu, one side Lord Brahma, one side Lord Shiva. Complete. Then I tell them, keep looking at me. Because the more they look at this tilak, I'm burning up their bad karma. And then their ears perk up. Because that doesn't matter. Indian, Christian, Muslim, atheist, everybody wants to become free from bad karma. So I tell them, keep looking at me, the whole class, no charge. I do this service for free. So this, and Prabhupada said, this is the most important of all the Vaishnava markings. As I said, there are 12 or 13, but this one is the most important. Because just like ladies, you are wearing the Mangala Sutra, not for yourself, what for? The benefit of the husband, yes? So recently, when I was in Santiago, somebody asked me, Prabhuji, why are you wearing this? I said, this is my Mangala Sutra. This reminds me of my wife. So that wherever I go, my wife is telling me, no nonsense. I'm watching you at all times. So I also have Mangala Sutra. So, as I said, yesterday was Vāmana-deva, most auspicious. Lord Vamana appeared at noontime, Abhijit. And also, I have to chant my other favorite mantra, which I live by. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Namaiva Kevalam. Kalau nastyeva, nastyeva, nastyeva gatiranyata. Because every preacher, he has his particular mission. So my particular preaching mission is to emphasize and enthuse and encourage, cajole, trick, whatever it takes to get others to chant the holy name of God. So throughout my short talk, I'm only going to talk for 8 hours, that's all. Joke. I'm always going to ask you to please chant the name of God. Let's all chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. What about me? Hey, don't forget me. I am also part of your group. Jai. Now I am blessed. Thank you. I'm not head. I'm the foot. You are the head. So, the Leela of Vāmana Avatar is described in a few verses in the 2nd canto, a few verses in 5th canto, but the complete narration is in the 8th canto. But for this program, I'm going to read and comment what Shukadeva Goswami says in the 5th canto. So please hear what the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam has to say. It is stated in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Nigama kalpatara galitam phalam. The Vedas, our Hindu Vedas, are like a tree. So from a tree you get fruits and flowers and twigs, but the ripened fruit of that tree, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And the particular Bhāgavatam that we have, because there's a Bhāgavatam in the heavenly planets, much bigger. We only have 18,000 verses in our earthly Bhāgavatam. But our Bhāgavatam is special. Why? Bhāgavatam was already sweet, but it is spoken by Shukadeva Goswami. Now, why is he called Shukadev? Not because, like a parrot, he simply repeats what he heard from his father, Vyasadeva. That's not why it's called Shuka Samhita. It is said, my spiritual master has written, that there's a fruit, and when the parrot with his beak picks at the fruit, that fruit becomes more sweet. I don't know if he was referring to mango, but he says there's a fruit. So in the same way, Bhāgavatam was already the ripened fruit of the tree of knowledge, but the way Shukadeva presents it, it becomes more sweet. And for me, the way Srila Prabhupada translated, because Bhāgavatam is Sanskrit or Hindi, but Prabhupada had to present it for the Malacha Yavanas of English, like me. So he had to be very intelligent and careful how to explain all these intricate concepts of Bhāgavatam in a way that anyone, a fool like me, can understand. And here I am talking to you about Bhāgavatam. Who'd have thought? Me. If you had known me 40 years ago, you would say, never. No way, that guy. No. Yes, but that guy died. I am now reborn. So this Bhāgavatam, especially Prabhupada's translation, so nice. I've been reading Bhāgavatam for the past 40 years. And the amazing thing, whether it be Bhāgavatam or Bhagavad Gita or Ramayana, you don't get tired. You read it year after year after year. Still, it's ever fresh and new. That is the amazing thing about our Hindu Shastras. They're unique. Okay, they have these books, Shakespeare, or nowadays Harry Potter. No one's going to read Harry Potter over and over and over again. They always want something new. But Gita and Bhagavatam, Ramayana, you can read hundreds of times, still it's new and fresh. That has been my personal experience. I can't recall, this might have been the 10th, 12th, 13th time I have spoken about Vāman. And still, I am enjoying. Why? This is explained by actually Parikshit in the 10th canto. Parikshit tells Shukadeva in the 10th canto, Gurudev, I have been hearing now Bhagavatam from you many days now, and still everything sounds fresh and new. So if you're ready to hear, say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Shukadeva Goswami says, my dear king, who's the king? Parikshit. Lord Vishnu, the enjoyer of all sacrifices, appeared as Vāmana-deva. Everybody say? In the sacrificial arena of Bali Maharaj. Then he extended his left foot to the end of the universe and pierced a hole in its covering with the nail of his big toe. And through that hole, the pure water of the causal ocean entered this universe as the Ganges River. Actually, you will read in Bhagavatam, the Ganges has 3 sources. 1, Lord Narayan himself incarnated as Ganges. That's one explanation. Here is the other explanation. When Lord Vamana kicked the hole in the universe, therefore his name is Urukrama. Everybody say, Urukrama. The great stepper. That water from the causal ocean touched his feet. Now, Vaman's feet, the bottom of his feet is reddish like what? The lotus. So because that water bathed his feet, it is said here that the Ganges acquired a pinkish color. Then of course we know the story of how the Ganges came to earth by the austerities of who? Bhagirath. Right. So here is the description here. Having washed the feet of the Lord, which are covered with the reddish powder, the water of the Ganges acquired a very beautiful pinkish color. Every living being can immediately purify one's mind of material contamination by touching the transcendental water of the Ganges, yet its waters remain ever pure. Because the Ganges directly touched the lotus feet of the Lord, before descending within this universe, she is known as Vishnu Padi. Everybody. Later she received other names like Jahnavi and Bhagirathi. Now, this reminds me of another incident in Bhagavatam. Before Ganga agreed to come to earth on the request of Bhagirath, she said to Bhagirath, wait a second, you want me to come down to earth? I'm too powerful and I don't want to go to the lower realms. When I come, who is going to break my force? Bhagirath said, no problem. Lord Shiva, he will take it on his head and that will break. Then she said, all right, very good. But she said, people will bathe in my water and they will deposit their karma, their sinful activities. After some time, I will become overwhelmed because you know, the people, especially in Kali Yuga, people are too sinful. So after some time, she said, I'm going to become, you could say, sick because too many. How will I get rejuvenated? Bhagirath said, no problem. When the Vaishnavas, when the sadhus come and bathe in the Ganges, they will absorb all that contamination. So then Ganga said, yes, I will come. Because Bhagirath gave assurance to Ganga. But despite that, there is a Ganga that goes to the lower regions. So there are three. One in the heavenly planets, one on earth, and yes, there is a Ganga in the lower planets. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. After 1,000 millenniums, the water of the Ganges descended on Dhruvalok. Dhruvalok is the pole star. Dhruva got that planet as a benediction from Lord Vishnu. The story of Dhruva is so fascinating because as a 5-year-old boy, Vishnu fulfilled his material desires and his spiritual desires. Very unique. Usually Krishna does not do that. But in the case of Dhruva, Vishnu said, you want the greatest kingdom? Okay. You will rule the earth for 36,000 years. Not only that, your senses will not get old. We're all getting old. How are your senses? Are your senses as strong as they were in your youth? We need glasses. We need canes. We need so much assistance. We don't have so much energy. But we see the young children, they got all this energy, right? Dhruva was king of the earth for 36,000 years with youthful senses. At the end of 36,000 years, when it was time for him to die, Vishnu sent an airplane, his own special airplane. And 2 Vishnu Dutas were there. Dhruva, here is your plane. Here are your tickets. No visa needed. No TSA. Just get on board this plane. But as he got on the plane, death came. Death personified came. What did Dhruva do? Stepped on the head of death. Usually death steps on our head. Dhruva stepped on the head of death. Thank you very much. Entered the plane. But then Dhruva remembered his mother, because his mother was his Adi Guru. His mother was the one who told him to go to the forest and worship Narayan. Everybody say Narayan. So Dhruva was thinking how I can go to the kingdom of God without his mother. The 2 attendants said, look over here out the window. And there in her own airplane was his mother. She was also going with him to the kingdom of God. Now, Dhruva was going to a particular kingdom of God in this universe, which is known as the pole star. His own planet. And who do you think is on that planet? Lord Narayan, everybody say. And that planet is not annihilated when the material universe is annihilated, because it is a Vaikuntha spiritual planet. So Dhruva, very special personality. Please repeat, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Shukadeva Goswami now is speaking to Maharaj Parikshit. Shukadeva is explaining in this section the planets below Earth. Earth is in the middle. There are 7 planets above Earth. Moon, Sun, Venus. Venus is Indra's planet. Brihaspati, Jupiter's planet. These are the heavenly planets up. But there are 7 lower planets. So Shukadeva is describing to Parikshit, below the planet Vittala is another planet known as Sutala, where the great son of Maharaj Virochan, Bali Maharaj, who is celebrated as the most pious king, resides even now. For the welfare of Indra, the king of heaven, Lord Vishnu appeared in the form of a dwarf brahmachari as the son of Aditi, and tricked Bali Maharaj by begging for only 3 steps of land, but taking all the worlds. Yes. Chalayasi Vikramane Balim Adbhuta Vāmana. Bali Maharaj had rightfully conquered Indra. He didn't do it improperly. Bali Maharaj and the demons, they got blessed by Shukracharya. Before this, there was the churning of the ocean of milk. You all know that story. And during the churning of the ocean of milk, the demons snatched the nectar of immortality. They snatched it from Dhanvantari. So now the demons have the nectar. But then Lord Vishnu appeared as Mohini Murti, cheated the demons, tricked them, and gave all the nectar to the demigods. So then there was another fight between the demons and the devotees. All the demons were killed. But Shukracharya brought them back to life. Yes, we would love to have Shukracharya right now, wouldn't we? He would be the most popular Dr. Brahman on the planet. Everyone would be going to Shukracharya. Maharaj, please. My father, my mother, please bring them, because he has that art. He can bring dead. So Shukracharya brought all the demons back to life. So naturally, they became indebted to him. And he became their guru. So not only that, Shukracharya and his brahmanas, they blessed the demons. Now they're too powerful. So one day Indra wakes up in his capital city, and what does he see? His whole city is surrounded by millions of demons, terrorists. Yes, there are terrorists even in the heavenly planets. So you may think, oh, I want to go to heaven. Don't worry, there are terrorists there, not just on earth. So Bali and all his terrorists were there. So intelligently, I mentioned this last night, what do you do when you have a problem that you can't solve? You go to your guru. The demigods also have a guru. Who's their guru? Brihaspati. Brihaspati told them, no. Bali and his troops, they're too powerful right now. They have gotten the blessings of the Brahmins. You'll not be able to defeat them if you fight them. Wait for a different time. Go into hiding. Later, when the time is right, you can defeat them. So all the demigods hid themselves. Bali Maharaj is sitting on the throne of Indra. Just imagine how to compare it. What if tomorrow you were to find out that the White House is now occupied by that guy in Iran, Ahmadinejad, whatever that guy's name is, right? You would go, what? Right? Or what if you heard tomorrow in India, Modi has been killed and now ISIS is in charge of India? How would you feel? You'd go, what? That can't be. That's exactly what happened. The demigods are now, the whole heavenly planets being run by the terrorists, the demons. So Indra's mother Aditi, naturally, she is very, very distraught. Her husband Kashyapa has been away on meditation. When he returns to his ashram, he sees something's not right. Things don't look right. When you know you're home, if things are not right in your home, you're thinking, what's wrong? Immediately you go to your wife. What's wrong? Why everything is not in order? So Kashyapa could tell, and Aditi explained, how I can be happy when my sons Indra and the demigods, they're no longer in their posts. How I can be happy? So Kashyapa remarked, just see, the whole world revolves around family affection. But Aditi said, please, you are great. You please find some way to reinstate my sons. So Kashyapa engaged her in a particular worship, Payovrat, living on milk only for 12 days, and at the same time worshipping Narayan. Everybody say, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarad Hari. Yashoda Nandana Gopi Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarad Hari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarad Hari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarad Hari. Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarad Hari. Yashoda Nandana Gopi Jana Ranjana. Yashoda Nandana Gopi Jana Ranjana. Yashoda Nandana Gopi Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Punjabi Hari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarad Hari Yashoda Nandana Gopi Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nama Om Vishnu